Okay, this is Greg Cruey, and I want to look today at the self-reflection piece of the new teacher evaluation process that every school in the state is going to have to do this year. And I'm on my county's Board of Education page. I'm going to scroll down, and as you look at those 21st century tools on the left, the last one here is Weavis Wow, and I'm going to right-click on that and open it in a new tab right here so that I can keep everything I've got open right here on one page. Let's see how long it takes to load. It's unfortunate that at this point, you can only participate in this process while you are in a school building. I hope that changes. But now I'm going to log in now that I've got the login page up here. And there you go. There's Weavis Wow. And I click Menus. And when I get to the menu section, I'm going to go down to the bottom where it says Educator Evaluation and Quality. And I'm going to click on the link that says ImpEval. And I am now in the evaluation area for teachers. There's a tutorial I could go to here, but this is my third year that I'll be doing this. And I know to go here to where it says Educators and look for my progression. Now, if this is your first, second, or third year as a teacher, you're going to click on the initial progression. If this is your fourth or fifth year, you're in the intermediate progression. I have more than 5 years, so I'm going to click on the advanced progression. And it gives me some choices here. The first one is to add a self-reflection. I could also add my student learning goal. Or I could submit evidences, and I'm going to start today by adding a self-reflection. So let's click on that and go to that form. And there's the form. Let's talk about it and fill it out. So we're looking at the self-reflection piece now, and the self-reflection has 14 places for you to rate yourself, 14 elements divided up underneath 5 standards. And under each of those 14 elements, you're going to have to rate yourself one element at a time as unsatisfactory, emerging, accomplished, or distinguished. How do you decide if we take, for instance, on Standard 1 here, Curriculum and Planning, Element 1, the teacher demonstrates a deep and extensive knowledge of the subject matter. How do you decide whether you're emerging or accomplished or distinguished? Well, the answer is there's a rubric on each of these, looking up and down through here. If I click on the rubric, that rubric will come over and show up in this little area here on the right. So, emerging is a teacher who demonstrates content knowledge and attempts to connect student learning to other content areas. Accomplished is a teacher who demonstrates extensive content knowledge and connects student learning to other content areas. And distinguished is a teacher who demonstrates expert, specialized content knowledge, collaborates with teachers from other grades and subjects to extend and connect student learning to the content areas. So, do you collaborate with other teachers? If you don't collaborate with other teachers at all, you can say, okay, let's not look at distinguished. Do you have extensive content knowledge? You probably need to talk to your evaluator about that and get some idea of what they think. Do you connect student learning to other content areas? Do you succeed when you're teaching reading in connecting that reading to social studies or science? That's what they're looking for there. So I come over and I say, well, yes, I make that connection. Maybe I don't collaborate as much as I should. I'll put accomplished. And I go down then, and on each of these, I'm going to mark myself based on the rubric as I go. Now, one of the things you'll notice if you go back to that first one is that whether or not I just demonstrate knowledge or demonstrate extensive knowledge or demonstrate expert specialized knowledge is probably a matter of opinion. And that's something that you and your evaluator need to talk about. Hopefully one day we'll actually have some descriptors here to make it more of an evidence-based evaluation system. But for now, there's a great deal of it that's relatively subjective, and you're going to have to talk to your evaluator about what you would have to do to demonstrate extensive content knowledge to them. A couple of things to keep in mind with this also. Your evaluator is going to comment down here and tell you whether or not they agree with you or disagree with you based on how you've rated yourself. If they disagree with you, if they say, I'm not sure that, that I think that you are what you marked yourself, you need to collect some evidence, be sure you know which element from them. They should be willing to tell you that they disagree with element 1.2, and you should then be able to go away and collect evidence on 1.2. If your administrator doesn't tell you that they disagree with you here in the comment section, then when the time comes to talk about your evaluation at the end of the year, you should expect to receive what you marked in your self-reflection. And if you don't, and they didn't tell you that in advance that they disagreed with you, you probably have grounds for appeal on that basis. The intention originally was for them to tell you, I disagree with you on element 1.1, you'll have to provide me with evidence, and for you to be able to go away in a transparent manner and collect that evidence to take into your meeting at the end of the year. So that's the self-reflection piece. You can also think of the self-reflection piece not so much as just where am I now, but as a goal-setting tool. Maybe I'm not accomplished on 1.1 right this minute, but my goal by the end of the year is to be accomplished and to be able to show evidence that I am accomplished in this area. You can come back and revisit this after you do it. It remains open, and you can make changes to your self-reflection as the year progresses. One last thing I should mention here about the evaluation. When you're finished with the self-reflection piece here, you need to scroll down, and there are actually 3 little toolbars separately that you'll have to scroll down on all of them. Scroll down, and at the bottom here you have a save button. Until you click that save button, you haven't really done anything. Have fun and enjoy thinking about your self-reflection.